Have you ever been in a mood to make a certain wreath? Well, today I'm in such a mood to make a pancake wreath. Hello, my sweet friends, and welcome to DIY with Nadia. My sweet psychic today is Rocky, and we are going to be making a beautiful Hydrangea Deco mesh pancake wreath. Of course, you can utilize it to any holiday depending on the ribbon and of course the centerpiece that you use. With that said, let's get going. These are just little lines from the blinds. The sun is really bright today. Even with all my lights, I couldn't get rid of those. But anyway, you guys, let's go over the supplies for this wreath. Starting with 10 yards of Deco mesh. This one is 10 inches in width. For ribbon, I'm going to be using this stripe kind of white iridescent ribbon and also this blue one. I thought it would unite the florals in the sign and possibly these hydrangeas. 1 bushel of hydrangeas is enough because it has 6 stems and that's all we need. And I'm just keeping this one on hand in case I want to incorporate it somehow in the wreath. You're going to need a pack of pipe cleaner or a minimum of 12. The sign that I'm going to be using is a metal 8-inch sign. They usually come like 7.75, so almost 8 inches. And this one has a little hole at the top and at the bottom to attach. And the wreath base I'm using is the 6-section one. If you want me to do a pancake wreath using 7 sections, definitely let me know in the comments below, because in that case, we're going to be using more than 1 Deco mesh. Our wreath base is metal and it's 14 inches in diameter. We're going to get started by attaching our pipe cleaners. I'm making this wreath for a friend who has a very narrow space between her door and her storm door. One of the reasons I love making this wreath is because it is definitely a gorgeous wreath for situations like that. And on top of that, it's kind of economical because you only use 1 roll of Deco mesh. First things first, we're going to be attaching a pipe cleaner to rows 1 and 2. And because our sign is on the smaller side, I'm going to just face my pipe cleaner towards the inside and I'm going to twist it on row 1. We want to get as close as possible to the center. I'm attaching 1 pipe cleaner per section and that is going to total 6 pipe cleaners on that inner row. Once you're done attaching pipe cleaners to the inner row, we're going to move on the outer row, and my outer row is going to be rows 2 and 3 right in the center and on the intersection. Let's twist this twice and then we're going to fold these pipe cleaners out all the way around and fold out. And the last pipe cleaner, so we should have a total of 12 pipe cleaners for this wreath. 6 on the inside and 6 on the outside. Next, let's bring in our Deco mesh. Before we start cutting our Deco mesh, I'm going to grab my rotary cutter. Friends, if you know me, you know I love this thing. It comes in so many pretty colors. I always have a link for it in all the videos pretty much in the description box below. And I'm going to be cutting my Deco mesh into 30-inch strips. Now, how did I come up with that? Let's do the math, my friends. Our Deco mesh roll is 10 yards. 10 yards is 360 inches. We're going to divide that into 12 because that's how many pipe cleaners we have. That'll give us 30 inches, and 30 inches is going to make a beautiful ruffle. The safety for rotary cutter is this cute little white button right here. So if I push it down, there we go, 30 inches. Just like that. And I'm going to be cutting this roll until I get 12 pieces, 30 inches in length each. Let's get our ribbon prepared. This is the 1.5 inch, and what I'm going to do is cut the ribbon into 12-inch strips. You could zigzag it up and then do the little dovetails, fold the ends, and cut a little triangle. You're going to need 6 pieces that are 12 inches in length, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get 6 more pieces, but this time we're going to cut them into 20-inch strips, and we're going to need also 6. When you have your 6 pieces, we're going to fold the ends and cut out a little dovetail, just like this. Now let's get going with the 2.5-inch ribbon, and I absolutely adore this one. I'm loving the iridescence on this one. Now this one, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to get 12 pieces for all of those pipe cleaners, and they're all going to be 12 inches in length. I usually use this ribbon for the holidays, but can you just imagine the sun shining on this ribbon, how beautiful it's going to look on the front door. As you see, I am zigzagging up. I got my 12 pieces of this beautiful ribbon. Now it's time to make dovetails. Just fold the ends in half and cut out a little dovetail. Sometimes what I also do is when I want my 2.5-inch ribbon to show, I'll take this one, instead of making it 12 inches, you can cut it down to 11 inches. You know what? I might just do that. And that way it's going to show this ribbon really, really nicely. So let's see how that's going to look. I'm liking this, so I'm going to take the remainder of my blue ribbon that I already cut at 12 and cut them down to 11, because now we can see that 2.5-inch ribbon, especially that our top ribbon, the 1.5-inch, is plain. There's no design on this one. So it's nice to see a little bit of design when we're going to be attaching these to our wreath. Everything I need is cut up. Let's review. I have 12 pieces of Deco mesh, 10 inches in width and 30 inches in length. 12 pieces of ribbon that's 2 inches in height and 12 inches in length. 6 pieces of ribbon that's 1.5 inches in height and 11 inches in length. You can also do 12 as I did originally. And 6 pieces of ribbon 20 inches in length. The ribbon pieces that are 20 inches in length, I'm going to put to the side. We're going to start with these 2 and a piece of Deco mesh. The easiest way to do this, especially if you have a plain piece of Deco mesh, is just to use your cutting board. I'm going to have my Deco mesh curling onto the table, fold in about 1 inch and find my center. This is the 10-inch square. Just put it straight in the middle, and where you have the 4 little squares, that is where I'm going to be collecting. This is just going to help make sure that your little ruffle is going to be nice and straight and not all over the map necessarily. When you come to the end, we're going to fold in 1 inch on this side too, and as you can see, it kind of flipped on its own because that's just natural for the Deco mesh. And once you have your gorgeous little ruffle, we're going to attach it to the outside row. This is one of those wreaths that I actually work outside in. Let's attach nice and tight, 1 or 2 twists. And then we're going to take those sides and we're going to overlap them. This is going to make sure that this flower is continuous on both sides. You have a beautiful, beautiful flower. Next, we're going to take the 2 pieces of ribbon, overlap them, make sure the blue one is in the center. Take my 2 thumbs and I'm going to push from this end to that end. With these little phalanges or fingers, we're just going to push this part down. And we have a natural little V going to attach. Who knew that blue and green would look so stunning together? Twist up about 1 inch in. I'm going to cut off the tail we're not going to need. And then with this end, we're going to fold the little tip and fold it behind our little ribbon piece. Look how gorgeous this looks. I know it looks sparse, but don't forget, we're going to have another row that's going to overlap this part. So at the end, you are going to see this, and on the door, it's going to look beautiful. But we are going to do a second layer that's going to fill in, and it's going to end up beautiful, my friends. All right, let's do another one. Fold in 1 inch, center it on your cutting mat, go to the square, and let's go for it. collected, and we're going to have this beautiful, beautiful little ruffle. Make sure it's folded about 1 inch on the other side. Bring that together. Attach it to the outside row. Do 2 twists so it's nice and secure. Bring in that ribbon. Make sure it's beautifully centered. Thumbs at the bottom, the other fingers at the top, and we're just going to bring it in like this. It's a natural little V, and you don't have to mess with it once it's on the wreath. It's done. That's it. Twist our pipe cleaner up about 1 inch. Cut the excess, fold a little tip, and fold it behind the ribbon. I'm going to finish up the outer row and we'll get going with the inner row. Now that I'm done with the outer row, I'm going to go ahead and make things easier on myself. I'm going to pull out all of these pipe cleaners. It's going to be easy for us to attach the next row. Just like we did the outer row, we're going to do the same thing with the inner row. Our deco mesh is rolling onto the table, 1 little fold on the edge, and we're going to collect in the center. Connect this and give this 2 twists. Bring in the 12-inch ribbon, collect it like we collected the other one, pushing with the thumbs and then with the other fingers pushing down. Attaching this ribbon, and I'm going to do 1 twist. We're going to attach the 20-inch ribbon when we're done attaching all the deco mesh and the 12-inch ribbon pieces. Done with my ribbon. I'm having some help, as you can see. This is what the wreath looks like so far. And now we're going to attach the 20-inch ribbon. The easiest way to do this is this. On one side, I'm going to put my fingers on top. On the other side of the ribbon, fingers are at the bottom. And now we're going to bring both thumbs together. This is going to give us that awareness ribbon. One more time, fingers at top, fingers at the bottom, bring the thumbs together, and we have an awareness ribbon. With the loop on top, I'm going to measure the tails, 3.5 inches, and then 3.5 inches on this side. So we'll bring this one up, and now we know our tail is exactly 3.5 inches. This is the nice part about measuring, is all our little bows are going to be exactly the same. Holding this little part where they overlap, I'm going to take the top and pull it up. This is going to give me that center. So I'm going to bring this center on top of the overlay part, bring the bow together, flip it over, and look at that. It is a perfect bow. Let's put it right in. And this is where I'm going to twist up, cut the excess, fold the little tip, and fold it behind our bow. Look how perfect this sweet little bow turns out. And now the tails, we can put right on top of that other ribbon. And we have our little bow. And inside here is where we're going to put the hydrangeas. This is what we have so far. We're going to beautify this little baby, but for now we're going to attach the sign. I'm going to cut 2 pieces of floral wire at about 11 inches. I don't think I'm going to need more because this wreath is on the flat side and I always cut too much anyway, but 11 inches should be just enough. Let's flip our sign over, and as always I'm going to do a few good twists, making sure I'm very close to the actual sign. That way I have more control of the actual sign so it doesn't wobble on the wreath. And this is what I mean when it's really close like that. And the other side. Let's put the sign on. Ooh, we're already seeing how pretty this is, right? Alrighty, friends, let's flip this over. At this time, the most important thing is to make sure that our sign is going to be centered on both sides. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I think that's perfect. And that looks centered to me. Maybe a little bit this way. That looks good. Let's flip. Twisting the floral wire in and wrapping it around our wreath base. I'm going to make sure I find the top of the wreath. I'm going to do a hanging loop. Okay, I'm going to make sure the hanging loop doesn't go too far. I think that's good. And this is a jute cord that's not too thick, so I'm going to make sure to do 2 knots. Knot number 1, knot number 2. Pull the jute cord through the top, making sure the knot gets left behind in the back. And there is our hanging loop. I'm also going to grab a 15-inch little placemat. You can get these online. You can get these in many, many places. I'll leave a link to the Amazon store, but if you can find these somewhere else that are cheaper, go ahead. As always, I'm going to grab my business card, and even though my friend knows my channel, I'm going to attach it anyway, and I just like to staple these straight to the wreath. Grab my little zip ties, and well, one was just stolen, excuse me. Rocky likes those. There's my third one then. And then we're going to attach in 3 places. We're not going to zip these really, really tight, just a little bit. Cut the tail, just make sure it's snug. And then because I do a bigger loop, I'm just going to make sure the snub is towards the back. That way it's not going to scratch the wall or the door that this wreath is going to be hung on. And our last one. Put to the back. We are all done in the back, and now it's time to take care of everything in the front. Going to make sure that all my bows are nicely laid out. And Rocky left at the right time because now I'm heating up my hot glue gun to add the little hydrangeas to the center of our bows. Let's grab the hydrangeas and take them off the stems. I think we have enough greenery, so I'm not going to be using the greenery. I'm going to cut down the nub just a little bit, but not all the way. I want to make sure that my flower stays together, so just like this. Putting a little bit of hot glue right in the center where all of these flowers or bundles are, and I'm going to twist it and kind of just bring everything together so it's a small bundle like this instead of an opened up one like that. Let that cool. This is going to take me a little bit, and while I'm doing this, I do want a pop of blue, so I'm going to grab a blue little flower from one of the stems and I'm going to put it in the center. From this side, I'm going to hot glue it in place, and that gave our bundle a hint of blue. And now I'm ready to put our little bundle right inside the bow. I'm going to give it a little dollop of hot glue and push that flower behind the bow. The actual floral is going to go in front of the bow. I'm going to hold it in place while it cools, and there is our beautiful little bundle. I'm going to make the rest of these little floral bundles and attach them to the center of our bows. And that is it for this beautiful, beautiful pancake wreath. It has volume, it's big in diameter, it measures at 23 inches, and I love the little hint of florals right inside the sweet little bows. I hope you enjoyed this wreath tutorial. I loved how this wreath came out, and of course I love making a very easy and affordable pancake wreath because, as we all saw, it only took me 1 roll of Deco mesh for this wreath. Thank you so much for being with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up, of course, and we will see you in our next video. Say bye, Rocky. Bye, guys.